There's things that Harry said that were right. There's things that he said that were not right. But let's build this family.
You know, speaking of supporting and protecting, Prince Harry says that he worries for Prince William's children, specifically Charlotte and Louis, that they might experience the same, feelings. Is that concern misplaced? You know, do we see that they have good support? You know, are those situations comparable?
They are very comparable. In fact, you say that because not long ago I was asked to write an article on that exact same thing about the older brother of the eldest child of William, Prince of Wales, and the others. But then what I said is, if from an early age, I have commented on Katie's parenting and how you can see she listens, she leans in, they are growing in an age where they understand, whoa, we can't afford to neglect the feelings of our young people, our kids, right? And I believe if they can say to them, yes, this one may be the heir one day. However, you two are just as beautiful. You two are just as valuable. Go and excel in your own field. Then there would be no reason for competition. Sometimes when there's competition and there's comparison, that's what kills us as human beings. But if everyone is encouraged to run their race and do it at their very best, there would be none of this. I believe Harry's, from his own experience, there's some foundation. His feelings about his nephew and niece are founded in a way. But if the parents or whoever other supportive system come around and say to them, you are valuable humans no matter what. It doesn't have to be like that. They can grow up lifting their head high no matter what position they take in life.
I love that. And then finally, when King Charles and Prince William read this book, how do you think that they should handle the situation? How do you think a reconciliation could be possible going forward?
I think this is a point of conversation, right? I believe it's maybe Harry has tried to tell them this for a long time, but maybe they didn't listen. I don't know, because I haven't spoken to them. But I believe this can be a point. They can change the game, no matter what. So they're looking at this kid. They're saying, King Charles says, "Right, you're my son, right? Is this how you felt all this time?" And there are magic words that parents can say to their kids. And that is, I'm sorry, I did not know this is what you are going through. Can we now begin to recalibrate this relationship? Let's make it count, because we've got many years to live together. And the best thing we can do is have a reconciliation and have possibly a better relationship, right? And I think it's hard, it's hard, especially if you've been exposed against because there was this image they've been trying to protect, but the image has been now shown as, it's not as perfect as you thought, right? But I think if they can come up as human and say, okay, there's things that Harry said that were right, there's things that he said that were not right, but let's build this family. If they can do that, then I think we would see, I want to call it magic, but I also want to call it a miracle, because That's what happens when people, again, remember when I talked about going to that last level 3? Mm-hmm. That's where you begin to see, okay, I mean, I know Harry and Meghan, they talk about love wins and everything. But truly, if this family can embrace that and decide, let's do compassion. What and how does compassion look like? Compassion looks like forgiveness. Compassion looks like we can let this go. Compassion looks like you've betrayed me. However, my relationship with you, my relationship with my grandchildren, my relationship with the grandchildren from now and on is more important. And this is how we make legacy, right? It's like changing the game, because everyone is expecting there's going to be a rift. Everyone is expecting the fallout. What if you decided, I'm going to be a game changer? I'm going to do something that no one else expected. And this again is you're living at what again is called a self-actualization position, where you live from a space of compassion, not from a space of where everyone is expecting you to give hate for hate, right? But a place of, I'm gonna let this go, and for real, right? And not because I'm stupid and not because I'm foolish, but because I'm a compassionate person. Is it easy? No. Is it possible? Yes. And when we operate from a level of compassion, things change. And people, possibly everyone that's looking up and say, wow, they did that. We too can. There's so many broken, relationships all over the place. And what a good way if they can say, okay, let's set the pace. Let's set a great example, and let's change the game. Let's go against what everyone is expecting us to do. Again, it's not easy because it requires a level of humility, right? It requires a high level of humility, but we can, no matter what, we can. And I think King Charles and William, they can do that. They can do that and decide, you know what, this has happened, and let's change the game. Let's change the game, right? And that is what I would hope would happen. Maybe people call me over optimistic, but I believe in the higher good for everyone, because honestly, when we are operating from that level of vibration, like love and above, there's going to be joy, there's going to be peace. And the example, right, to generations, it's just mind-blowing,
For more news content and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.